We're back to bring you all jam-packed news from this past week, so let's dive right in. Next on, we'll globally publish Square Enix and Pokelabel's RPG, SinoAlice, which was inspired by creative director Yoko Taro. Imagine Snow White, Cinderella, Wonderland's Alice, Sleeping Beauty, Gretel, Little Red Riding Hood, Pinocchio, and more of your favorite fairy tale characters teaming up in a dark fantasy mobile game. That's exactly what SinoAlice is all about. They assemble to battle against dark forces to eventually resurrect their storytellers. For now, the game is already available since last year in Japan and will be released in Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Macau by the end of 2018. Nexon plans to release it worldwide sometime in 2019 for iOS and Android devices. More details will be revealed in coming months, so stay tuned for any updates on SinoAlice. On November 16th, Sega and Demiurge Studio released gacha RPG Sega Heroes. The game will include a wide array of your favorite Sega characters from past franchises under one roof. Among them are Sonic the Hedgehog, Phantasy Star, Shinobi, Golden Axe, and Streets of Rage, but that's just to name a few. Also, plenty of chibi heroes can be unlocked every month to keep it exciting. You get to battle against bosses and minions all across those aforementioned Sega titles. Daily events, PvP battles, quests, and a survival mode are all featured within the game. It's available for both iOS and Android devices, and oh, as a side note, Demiurge Studio was the team behind Marvel Puzzle Quest, which means Sega Heroes has worthy gameplay. One of the most unique mobile MMOs showcased at the recent 2018 G-Star was one that's currently in development by Krafton. Krafton is a game union under game publisher and developer Bluehoe, which includes games such as PUBG and Terra. The game union name was inspired by a medieval craftsmen's society called Craft Guild. What a catchy pun intended name, eh? Krafton's upcoming mobile game goes by the name of Project BB. So far, we know that the game centers around the theme on heredity. You get to build a relationship, own a house, get married, and eventually give birth to a child that inherits mixed traits, especially noticeable through the child's odd eyes. Since Krafton's future looks promising, let's look forward to seeing this game go global soon. We'll keep you all updated on any news that pertains to Project BB. Steam started their big autumn sale on the 21st, which will last until the 27th. Along with the sale, don't miss out on nominating your favorite game picks for the Steam Awards, which will be announced on February 2019. There are a total of 8 awards for the nominations, so make sure you fill out all of them to get those awesome Steam badges. And talking about nominations and such, the nominees for the Game Awards have been announced on November 13th. The globally acclaimed award ceremony will take place on December 6th, so be sure to cast your votes in recognizing excellence for the gaming industry. And fret now, we'll leave the links in the description section right below. Hopefully we don't get an awkward appearance from Dr. Disrespect. The game was announced back in August, and now we finally have a gameplay trailer. Pascal's Wager is a pretty interesting looking ARPG by Tipsword that draws a ton of his inspiration from Software's Bloodborne and Soul series, but this one is on mobile. In the trailer, you're introduced to 2 characters you can switch between, Terrence, who is more melee focused, and Viola, who is ranged. Both are on a quest in search for something that Terrence seems to want to atone for. One thing that kinda confuses us though, other than the mix of The Witcher and Dark Souls, is how the game is marketed as being for mobile devices. But there are hint messages that show you button inputs for an Xbox controller. We haven't heard any news of it landing on consoles, but it shouldn't be something that comes out of left field, seeing that they had a playable demo of the game at E3 this year, with one person playing on a phone and another player using a controller. We'll inform you all more when the game hits closed beta. Hopefully we'll get in. This next game is from some of the former SimCity developers. It's called 4 Stars, and you can definitely see the slight city building influences here. It's a next generation mobile game where players can create and customize their own fortress, including a throne room that needs to be protected. It's up to the player to decide how the throne room will be defended with the use of a pretty advanced level editor that's incredibly simple to use on mobile devices. But that's not all. Players can build up their own team of raiders and go on the offensive, invading other players' fortresses as well. Collect your heroes, upgrade them, battle other players, join forces to defeat bosses and conquer the kingdom. 4 Stars is out now for both iOS and Android, so give it a shot and tell them that Mobirum sent you. And that's where we're going to end today's show. Remember, if you like what we talked about, give us a thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And give the notification button some love so you're always notified when we post new content. Until next time, skibby boop boop!